ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lakewood. My name is Ray Carr, along with all of you. So thank you all for being here. Traveling all the way from beautiful Parma, Ohio. Let's welcome the Padua Bruins. Their head coach is Mr. Ryan McSweeney. The substitutes, or the bench players, let's welcome them. Number 11, Ben Thomas. Number 5, Chase Bart. Number 17, John Park. Number 16, Jose Caban. Number 8, Dominic Santoro. Number 14, Jack DeJeter. Number 2, Colin Greenless. And number 18, Zach Filippelli. And the starters, number 22, Brandon Tillman is pitching. The catcher, number 7, Brady Spellisy. Shortstop, number 23, Michael Reese. First baseman, number 10, Braylon Benson. Third baseman, number 20, Michael Angelosi. Second baseman, number 1, Chase Martin. Designated hitter, number 4, Patrick Loftus. Right fielder, number 3, Brendan Riley. Left fielder, number 21, Jacob Ravolsky. Center fielder, number 9, Reed Cervenka. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the Padua Bruins. Let's give them a big round of applause. And ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your Lakewood Rangers. Under the leadership of the legendary Grant Graves. Let's welcome now the Lakewood Rangers, starting with number 19, Jackson Comer. The big train, number 25, Jack Towell. Spiritual advisor and team captain, or team manager, Grayson Walter. Number 16, Freddie Showers. Number 3, Ben Chirkowski. Number 5, Kenny Laidley. Number 18, Louis France. And now the starting lineup. Playing right field, but not batting, number 2, Connor Sefcik. The shortstop, number 23, Cooper Russell. The pitcher, number 9, Drew Jones. Third baseman, number 20, Riley Verteber. First baseman, number 21, Nick Hart. Catcher, number 6, Finn Schroeder. Center fielder, number 4, Luke Logano. The designated hitter, number 13, Robbie Koopman. Left fielder, number 1, Tyler Laidley. And second baseman, number 8, Otto Wilhelmy. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your Lakewood Rangers. At this time, please rise, face the flag for this afternoon's playing of the national anthem.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Neighbor Nation! We will see you on Saturday afternoon! Riley Meister gets the point!
Back into left field! Say goodnight to that baseball!
And there's another one! It's back to back Jacks for KSU Tuscarawas! He's the point, and it's alive! Hansen pushes it over! Unbelievable! We play on! It's blocked! We're tied! We're tied! Unbelievable!
22-0, 19-3. It doesn't get much better than this. Live from Lakewood High School, this is OHSAA Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Hello, friends. Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening. And on the mound today for Lakewood is the big man going to Bowling Green University next year in Drew Jones. A big transfer from a few seasons ago, coming out of St. Ed's, coming home to Lakewood High School. And the big thing about this Lakewood program, how close these kids are to each other. They've been playing baseball together since they were 8 years old. And that's what makes them one of the best teams in the state of Ohio. Currently, according to PBR, the #1 team in Division II. However, that could change tomorrow as they will put their undefeated record on the line, on the road, down south in Dublin, Ohio, against Troy, the #2 team in Division II. As for the Padua Franciscan Bruins, we've seen them plenty this week. We know what they're about. The big thing to know for them, they are the current #3 team in Division III. They made it back to the Final Four for the first time since 2005 and 2024. And they want to make it back through this year on the back of their strong pitching. It's technically their #4 on paper, Brandon Tillman on the mound for them later today. But he does not pitch like a #4 arm. He pitches like an ace at almost any other school in the area. First couple names we'll see for the Bruin offense. It's Spellacy, Reese, and Benson, 1, 2, and 3 leading it off. And, of course, we go back to the last time we saw Braylon Benson. Some controversy around the first baseman. A home run that technically, for all intents and purposes, defied physics by going through the fence. However, last time out against Olmsted Falls, he did hit a home run. So up to 2 home runs on the year, one of which is natural. But as mentioned, it is Bryden Spellacy leading it off for the Bruins. Time locally is 4:43 p.m. And we are ready to go for some Friday night under the lights baseball. Albeit without the lights on right now, as this is an early start for Lakewood Standards. The JV game will take place after this one is done, but no better time than now to see some big varsity action. Spellacy will pop this one out of play. Count quickly 0-2 on the junior catcher. Bryden got his nod back during his freshman year behind the plate in his last game of the season. The reason why, Yuri Belina, the now BW catcher, as well, congratulations to BW, who got the win today on the road in their first tournament game, got injured in the Final Four. Spellacy took over and has not looked back since. To see him replace a guy like Yuri Belina, it has been fun to watch from afar, and this is where, as an upperclassman now, he needs to step up for his Bruins. Jones is 1-2. Spellacy rips it foul. So we'll see it again. But a beautiful night for baseball in Lakewood, Ohio, albeit some traffic due to the road closures in the surrounding area. Made it a little more difficult to get to the campus than expected, but still, a perfect night for baseball, and we are witnessing it right now. Spellacy rips this one into center field, but directly to Luke Legato. It's 1 up, 1 down for the Ranger defense. That's what makes this team as well dangerous. They do not allow too many earned runs. It is tough to do anything against this team. Take the Bay series, for example. A 2-0 game the first time around. You would think a closer game the second time. Well, if your definition of close is a 28-run win, then yes, you're right. But if not, you're kind of in hot water there with that opinion. And again, there is strike 1 this time to Michael Reese. Drew Jones 2 for 2 on first pitch strikes to begin the afternoon. And immediately he goes right back to work, getting the swing and miss. If this is the day we are to expect from Drew Jones, look out going forward. As well, Spellacy, he quickly started 0-2 as well. Reese trying to battle back in. And Jones will just miss a hair off the plate. I will say with this Lakewood press box, we are pretty much right up against the action. It's very easy to see where the ball is, and I believe that ball just missed a hair outside. Jones again, this time the 1-2, and he will go low and miss. Count now even. Looking at the infield around Jones, it's Schroeder behind the plate, Hart at first, Wilhelmi at second, Russell at short, Verteber at third. A strong infield surrounding the Bowling Green commit. Reese right up the middle to Drew Jones, and there is out number 2. A clean flick on over to Nick Hart. Nick Hart, plenty of incentive to play well today, as at least earlier on we did see some Marietta hoodies in attendance, as of course that is where he is going next year. Looking at all the changes they will have after the coaching change this season, plus some big pieces departing for Country Roads. It'll be a big ask to see them do better than this year. And once again, Drew Jones finds a first pitch strike, this time on Braylon Benson. Batting above 400 this season for the Bruins, currently sitting at 409. And this one is into right field and down. Benson, after some struggles on Monday night at Ron Model Field, has picked it up over the past couple of games and gets the first base knock and base runner of the day for the Bruins. You can never count this Padua team out. They can inspire an offensive rally even when you're not looking. And I'm sure for the first of many times today, there is a car horn off to our left. Expect to hear it a little bit more than just the one time, especially given how powerful the Lakewood bats are. And here comes Cangelosi as there is ball 1. In the bottom of the inning for the Rangers, it'll be Cooper Russell, Drew Jones, and Riley Verteber. Of course, Verteber is the outlier, but you would assume 3 guys who will go on to play college baseball. Benson goes on the 0-1. The pitch is in. The throw down to second is not in time. Benson is in there. They will call it a strike, so 1-1 the count on Cangelosi. But for Braylon Benson, stolen base 20 of the season. I believe he is the first Bruin to reach that mark. First run of the night in scoring position for Padua Franciscan. And in the meantime, Drew Jones will take a second to himself. Drew does enter play today with a really good ERA, sitting at $1.22 as he makes his 8th appearance of the season, 6th start. The 1-1, Cangelosi drills it foul. Count now 1-2 on the freshman. It'll be fun to compare him to Otto Wilhelmi, batting a little bit lower in the lineup, but still getting the same opportunity as a freshman on a very competitive varsity roster. Runner at second, 2 down. Jones will end the inning there. It's a called third strike, and the side is retired. Jones perfectly hits the bottom of the zone, and he will bring up the offense. It's Russell, Jones himself, and Verteber due up when we return to Lakewood High School. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring. 11.2 runs per game. That's Lakewood's average. They want to do that today against the Padua Bruins. And leading it off this inning, it'll be Cooper Russell trying to make that a reality. Welcome back to Lakewood High School as you are watching OHSAA Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you, flying solo this evening. But this game was too good of one to pass up tonight at Lakewood. A great outing expected for both pitchers, and now here comes Tillman for the first time today as he will miss high for ball one. Looking at his season stats entering the matchup tonight, nearly 30 innings of work with a 2.86 ERA as he steps onto the mound and makes his sixth start of the campaign. And that time he is able to relocate and find the zone, making it 1-1. But for Cooper Russell, the Brown commit batting .385 so far this season. Tillman's 1-1, also there. Cooper Russell has been a name we've called over the past couple of years covering Lakewood, whether it be for Holy Name Broadcasting or here on SmeeSports, and it's no surprise to see that he is going to a really good institution. The 1-2 sharp grounder over to reset short. His throw to one is on the money. It's 1 up, 1 down to begin the bottom of the first. This is where this Padua defense looks to flash the leather early and often. Outside of Tillman, it is Spelsey behind the plate. Benson at first, Martin at second, reset short. Cangelosi is over at third. Going left to right in the outfield, it is going to be Ravalski, Cervenka, and Riley. And I'm happy Riley is not in center and Cervenka's in right because that would mess me up the rest of the day. And I also will report at the bottom of the order, it doesn't go Riley then Cervenka anymore. So the Freudian slip might be avoided for at least one more broadcast with poor Reed Cervenka. I do apologize to him, but after covering his brother for, 3 years? It's kind of just ingrained in my mind. I'm sure he's okay. But if he compared to his brother, I think he'll take it. Tillman's 1-0. Response. Two opposites to begin the day. First pitch balls on both to begin for Tillman. On the opposite end, Drew Jones. 2 first pitch strikes and eventually made it 3. Tillman's 1-1. Nearly some shin music there from Mr. Jones. Count now sits at 2-1 on the former Eagle and now proud Ranger. A big spot for him, and he will send this one up the middle and into center field. It's a 1-out base knock for the Bowling Green commits. And he continues his outstanding senior season. He has been incredible as a Ranger, batting .551 with a .648 on-base percentage. And now here comes Riley Verteber. One of the best hitters on this roster, batting .415, a .595 on-base percentage, 28 RBIs, 6 home runs. Right now it is just a cluster of Rangers trying to get to the 30 RBI mark. A bunch of guys stuck between 25 and 30. And for the first time today, we will see the defense of Bryden Spelsey on display behind the plate. A nice block keeping that one in front. But for Riley Verteber, plenty to play for this season and next. The 1-0 connects. Very interesting. All first pitches today from Tillman have been balls. All second pitches have been strikes, none of which have been put in play. Now the 1-1. And this time it'll avoid the trend and miss for ball 2. As well, Verteber, one of the few guys on this roster with a 70% or better quality at-bat percentage, currently at 70.89%. And with those swings, it is easy to see why. Count now 2-2. The QAB stat is one that I never heard of until playing summer ball, and even with that in mind, didn't really hear it until a few years in, but ever since, it's become an important stat to track, and this Lakewood team shows why it is. Deuces on Verteber with 1 down in the bottom of the first. Tillman delivers the blow. 2 down. First strikeout of the day for Brandon Tillman. To blow that one past the Verteber, that is not an easy thing to do. But it doesn't get any easier here for Padua starter today, as here comes Nick Hart, the Marietta commits. Batting .457 entering play tonight. And for the first time today, Tillman finds the strike zone on the first offering. For the junior, this is where he can start to develop to become potentially the ace, or if not the number 2 behind Chase Martin next season. 0-1 runner goes, pitch a strike, throw down is not in time. A good delivery from Spelsey behind the plate, but Jones just gets in there for the stolen base. So the opening run now for Lakewood is in scoring position. Each team a base knock and a stolen bag in the first. And we'll see if that is the parting line going forward. 2-strike count on Nick Hartz. After him, it goes to the catcher, Finn Schroeder. Tillman's 0-2, gets the high heat, swing and miss. The inning is over. Brandon Tillman is fired up. Back-to-back punchies for him, and that'll put Padua back on offense. Martin, Loftus, Riley, 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Bruins. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Chase Martin leads off for Padua in the top of the second inning. No score as you are watching OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports. Both teams go up with 4 hitters in the first. Each team gets a hit. The difference, the strikeout battle right now, Jones has 1. It was Cangelosi looking. However, Tillman, he has 2. Back-to-back Verteber and Hartz. Both very impressive metrics to begin the day. But both pitchers know it is going to take a lot more than that to get out of this game with a win. Odds are we could see a no decision on both ends with the starters. The 0-1 will miss. Padua going forward is in a better spot than Lakewood, at least in the immediate future. Their next game, Tuesday at St. Ed's at BW. However, Lakewood, they play the number 2 team in the state tomorrow at Dublin. I believe at Dublin Jerome High School. Either way, going down to Southern Ohio to play a really good team that'll help them get ready for the tournament, if not predate the OHSAA championship game. The 2-1 hits the inner edge. Count now 2-2. A lot of patience here from Chase Martin. Entering play today, a .196 average with a double and 11 RBIs on the season, as well as his 100th career strikeout earlier on this season on Monday against Holy Name. Now the count will sit full on the sophomore as well. Jack DeJeter got the same number against Holy Name, so the 1s and 2s doing really good for Padua against the Namers this season. Jones' payoff pitch. Martin stays alive. The fun thing to look at with this matchup, it is a battle between 2 conference champions. Lakewood undefeated in the Cleveland West, Padua 10-2 in the North Coast. Again, the payoff pitch. Martin puts it in right field and down. An excellent piece of hitting for Chase Martin, and the leadoff man is aboard for the Bruins. Full count, take it the opposite way. That is a hitting coach's dream. It's easy to see why Chase Martin is one of the first names on the roster for Padua day in, day out. He knows the game so well, just like his brother Trey. And there's a reason why Trey currently has the claim that he is on a team that made it to the NCAA tournament in Division III. Chase Martin, he easily could be up there too one day. But Padua, for the time being, will be grateful to have him in the lineup. And there's a swing and miss from Loftus. Entering play today, Patrick Loftus, a 308 average as he makes his 17th appearance of the season. Traded Simon the DH spot this week with Zach Filippelli. Easily could see him later on today, just depending on how aggressive Coach McSweeney wants to go with his adjustments. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes semi-aggressive, but at the same time, I think he knows this 9 or 10 with the pitcher is going to be the one that can get him the job done here. Bunt shown here, and he will completely offer, throw down to first, just a hair late. A good idea down to hard as the tag was kind of coming from in front. That was never going to be an easy play for him to make, but to his credit, he nearly got it done. But now a 2-strike count on Loftus. Just needs contact here. Instead, he takes it high. After Loftus, it is Brendan Riley, the right fielder. Believe it or not, he is the only other player outside of Benson on this roster with a home run this season. Jones taking his time here, and now time is called. It was a battle of wills there. Jones and Loftus kind of exchanging glances back and forth, and in the end, Padua will call time before Lakewood steps off. Count still the same, 1-2 on the DH. That's a good take, low this time. Count now even. These at-bats will get Jones out of the game quicker, which, of course, this is big picture for Padua, but the quality at-bats are key. The more pitches Lakewood has to throw today, the more likely they are to make a change. Here's the 2-2. That time, there is no fooling anybody. One down. Second punch out of the day for Drew Jones, both of which were looking. For Padua, this is where they need to learn from their rivals and swing the bat. Of course, that one was not an easy one. A great battle from Loftus, but this team has to be aggressive. You are not going to win against Lakewood expecting walks or trying to draw them. You maybe get 1 or 2 against this team, but they will not give you really anything. And I think the biggest example of it is Riley Verteber, who is tilted to pitch tomorrow. 31 innings of work, 1 run allowed, none earned. It's really impressive to see what he has done this season as really the ace. But to have a perfect ERA through 31 innings, it's Mason Miller levels of efficient. Jones is 0-1. Misses low. Speaking of Verteber, if needed, he always could come on today for an inning or 2. He does currently have 2 saves on the year. Other than that, 5 appearances, all of which were starts, so 7 total. Jones again takes his time. Runner goes. Sharp ground ball. The hit and run will work out for Padua perfectly. Excellent execution from the Bruin offense. Again, we talked about it with Martin on the full count swing. We'll say it here with that delivery. It's perfect execution, and if you are a hitting coach, you have to love what you see from this Padua offense. Second base knock of the inning, and it's just timely hitting. We overused that term for Tri-Seed during their tournament, but it was just so accurate. Lakewood, they did have potentially a small chance to get him at first, but I don't think you commit to that. And now here comes Jacob Ravolsky, the left fielder. And he takes strike 1. At least as of right now, Hart creeping in from first, and it looks like Verteber playing in line with the edge of the grass, maybe a step or 2 back over at third. You need to get the lead runner if he does bunt. If not, at least an out somewhere. And here is the bunt, but pulled back. Typically, we do see this kind of bunting out of our Stark County teams, Alliance, Marlington, and Minerva, but no surprise to see it today with Padua trying to play small. It has really taken over the game over the past couple of seasons, even more so than when I played just 2 seasons ago as well. And now the count reads 1-2 on Ravolsky. In the on-deck circle, it is Reed Cervenka. And of course, we know that last name has provided so many magical moments for the Bruins over the years. But Jones, needing an out here, will try to get it at the plates. And he will just miss it. Padua's patience has been impressive. Again, it has bitten them a couple of times with called third strikes, but outside of those, a lot of good patient approaches. This team is disciplined. Jones is 2-2, swing and a miss. Discipline doesn't matter with a pitch like that from Drew Jones. His second punch out of the inning. And here comes the number 9 hitter in Reed Cervenka. This is where Lakewood needs to show why they are one of the best teams in the state. They enter play today allowing just under 2.5 runs per game. But for Padua, a base hit, they will be sending Martin around from second to try and score. Good take there from Cervenka. Of course, you do have Spelsey at the top of the order as time is called here by Schroeder. It's interesting to see that Padua has a catcher leading off. I mentioned it on Monday when we first saw Spelsey in that spot, and it was even mentioned up here in the press box between Ray and I when he saw the Padua lineup card. You don't see it all too often that a catcher is the leadoff hitter for a team, but Spelsey has earned that role. Moreover, I mean, you talk about a hitting catcher in the area, maybe just the North Coast Conference itself, he might be the best. And he, of course, does have some really good company, partially helped out as well by the fact that Trobenter graduated. The 1-0, a good drive from Cervenka, but caught in left field. Lately able to pick that one up to close out the inning. Another good drive from the Bruins, but Lakewood's defense right there in the nick of time to get out of the jam. To the bottom of the second inning we go. Schroeder, Legato, and Koopman, 5, 6, and 7, due up for the Rangers. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Finn Schroeder leads off for Lakewood in the bottom of the second inning. No score. Padua's offense started to get rolling in the top of the inning. 2 base knocks, 1 from Chase Martin, 1 from Brendan Riley. But other than that, no damage done by the Bruins. Good swings all the way around. Drew Jones locking it down. A total of 3 punch-outs so far. And now his offense looks to pick him up here in the bottom of the second stanza. Again, Tillman misses for ball 1. That has been a common trend today for him. The big difference between him and Drew Jones so far, but both have battled back quite well. And there it is on display. I don't know for sure, but I believe every single time we've seen a first pitch ball, there has been a second pitch strike on the end of it from Tillman. It's impressive to see that. The 1-1 misses low. A very similar script to what we have seen so far today all the way around from both pitchers. They have kind of been pitching in that much of a rhythm. The 2-1 will hang high. We're yet to see a walk today, but that might be about to change. For Schroeder, a .486 on-base percentage, trying to increase that a little bit here. The 3-1 is there, and we are full. A chance at redemption here for Tillman and the Bruin defense. For Schroeder, a chance to be the leadoff man that reaches. And he will be the ladder. There is ball 4. And we have our first walk of the evening. Excellent patience from Finn Schroeder. Some good big league takes. And the leadoff man is on for the Rangers, setting up Luke Legato. You have to take what you can get. This team is 22-0 for a reason. And it's not because they go out there and just simply wait for the game to be brought to them. They bring the game to the opponent. That time around, they just play with what they're given. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if Legato comes out very aggressive. At the same time, I wouldn't be surprised to see Lakewood decide to get Schroeder in motion, whether it be on a hit and run or just a straight steal. The first pitch will skip in a nice block from Spelsey. It is a shorter-ish backstop today, but the distance and a hop like that will not deter Lakewood from running. Spelsey has to be nearly perfect. I don't want to say he has to be perfect, but he pretty much does have to be behind the plate. Throw back to 1, a little bit late. We'll see how aggressive they are, of course. When Holy Name had their base runners on Monday and Tuesday, Padua was extremely aggressive. They wanted to throw them out whenever they could, but in the end, never got it done. The 1-0 Legato, he will chop it. It's fair off towards the left side. Tillman's throw just in time for out number 1. I don't think Padua or Legato, for that matter, really thought that ball was going to actually go fair. Still a very productive out, but that swing was out of the ordinary for Luke Legato. And that'll bring up Robbie Koopman. But in the meantime, we'll watch this one back on the replay. That ball hopped just in front of the plate, too. An interesting way to move the runner up, but it gets the job done. Now this becomes a massive defensive spot for the Bruins against Koopman. The DH entering play today, a .533 average as he makes his 16th appearance of the season. One of many guys batting in and around the 500 range. Again, a nice block from Spelsey. After Koopman, it goes to Ladley, and then Wilhelmi in the 9th spot. Outside of simply the average for Koopman, 2 doubles, 1 triple, and 10 RBIs on the season. The 2-0 will connect for strike 1, hits the top of the zone. Tillman needs to keep this one close. Of course, there are plenty of good arms out of the bullpen, but Tillman, he wants to go the distance in this one. He needs to bring it back in. Of course, the question is, after already 3 games this week, how many arms do you feel comfortable putting out there if this game continues to go the way it is right now, where late on in the game you will need to make that change? Again, Tillman does not want to have to get to that point. Needs to dial in here. And he will. We are full. You cannot lose with the walks today. If you give up too many, Lakewood is going to jump out, and they're going to score at some point in this game. At that point, it is just a simple matter of when. Full count 3-2 on Koopman. And he will slice it hard, foul. Plenty of power behind that swing. The lefty, though, does have another life to try and straighten this one out. And if he does, Rafalski out on left field has to be ready. Not really hugging the line or anything too crazy out there, but also not in a terrible spot. That is one of the most popular porches, so to speak, at this ballpark to go yard. Tillman's payoff pitch is high for ball 4. 2 walks in 3 at-bats to begin the inning from Tillman. The outlier, of course, is the ground out to Tillman. And now a chance here for Tyler Ladley, the left fielder. Ladley going back to last inning. He was the one who had the final putout, ending Padua's bid to try and get on the board first. Now a chance to put his Rangers on the board first. And he will show bunt but pull back. I think a lot of Tillman's issue right now is simply not following through enough. He's releasing the ball to where he needs to go completely through with it. It just seems as of right now that he's not really doing that. And this time he will look back the lead runner. Schroeder over at second, Koopman at first. Lakewood looking to take the opening run of the game. The 1-0. There for strike one. Good response from Brandon Tillman. Looking at that walk to K ratio, 12 walks, 27 Ks entering play today right now. 2-0 in favor, or rather 2-2, but both walks coming this inning. Tillman's 1-1, thought about it, but a good take from Laidley. Again, in the on-deck circle, it is Wilhelmy, the freshman. A .261 average on the year as he makes his 9th appearance. So a guy getting the nod down the stretch this season. Tillman's 2-1 will miss. One more ball and the bases would be walked loaded. Once again, it goes down to the delivery. We need to see more of a follow-through here from Tillman. If not, Padua is in a really bad spot in the second inning, especially given how good this frame started with a leadoff single from Chase Martin in the top. Tillman's 3-1. Can't connect. It's ball four, and the bases are loaded. The third walk surrendered in this inning by Brandon Tillman. And here comes Wilhelmy. In the meantime, it looks like a word between catcher and pitcher. Looking ahead to tomorrow, join us at Brunswick High School, 12 p.m. first pitch as the Blue Devils take on CVCA. Should be another fun edition of OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports. And then heading to next week, you will have CVCA hosting Holy Name. After that, the schedule is still way up in the air, but this one is one that we have had circled for a long time, and we're glad that we were able to play today on a beautiful Friday night in Lakewood. The FNUL series really the pinnacle of Lakewood baseball, and that has become the truth this year. Once again, Tillman unable to get a first pitch strike, misses high. Of course, if you walk in a run, you are going to go out there and have a word with your pitcher, but he wants to avoid that. The 1-0 will just miss. Nice little breaking ball from Tillman, but this is where from Spelsey, I'm kind of setting up outside and hoping to get a strike via the fastball that paints. Instead, drops it in perfectly. For Wilhelmy, seeing that strike, it opens up your attack. I think before that, especially as a freshman, he really did not have the green lights. And even more so now, I don't think he does. A 3-1 count. This will be the fourth walk of the inning if surrendered. Fourth walk in 5 at-bats. Bases loaded all the way around. Tillman's 3-1. Will connect, and we are full. Of course, protection mode here for Wilhelmy. At the same time, I don't think he would be upset if he took one that was close and didn't win the gamble, seeing that Russell's in the on-deck circle. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Tillman. We'll see another pitch as he has it fouled away. Good battle there from Wilhelmy. Going forward, you expect him to be a key piece of this team offensively and defensively. While on the offensive end, this is where he can really step up. Only 1 RBI so far as a freshman. But he battles so well here. Back-to-back foul balls, so we will see for the third time the 3-2 pitch. Just impressive to see the grit and determination from the youngster. Tillman, one more try. This one gets it done. It's strike 3 looking. Third punch out today for Brandon Tillman. Wilhelmy gambled, but in the end, it bleeds Bruin orange. So now back to the top of the order we go with Cooper Russell. The only issue with Cooper Russell is, well, he had 2 grand slams in 1 inning. The third inning against Bay here. And I believe has had a grand slam over the past couple of days too. So this is a very familiar spot for him. Forget 1-0. You could be talking about 4 if there was contact here. If he gets another grand slam, I would be impressed. Right now, Tillman trying to pitch around that. You don't want to necessarily pitch away from the top of the order, but again, given his potency, do you? It's an interesting dilemma early on in the game. You don't want to give away anything for free, but at the same time, you don't want to give up a 4-0 lead. Russell gets underneath it. He will sky it. And it is out of play foul. He's on it. Only issue, unless he has one of the best launch angles, that ball will not get over the right field fence unless it is a high pop-up that just carries. If he can full force hit that ball over the right field fence, then look out. I've seen one home run over that fence, and it was a bloop home run. Tillman's 2-1, swing and a miss, and we are even. This is where he really needs to dig in. If he wants to be one of the top arms on one of the top teams in Ohio next season, this is his prove-it moment. Get out of the bases-loaded jam and bring it back to the offense in the top of the third. Deuces with 2 away on Cooper Russell. Tillman, he will miss high, and we are full. After Russell, it's Jones, then Verteber and Hart. Pretty much all of your 29 home runs as a team are in this little pod. Ball 4 means 1-0. Strikeout means Padua survives. The payoff pitch, it is high for ball 4, and Lakewood will take a 1-0 lead. It's an RBI walk that time around for Cooper Russell. Redemption for him. The 4th walk, though, of the inning surrendered. And now here comes Drew Jones. This is where one swing of the bat can change the game. But for Russell, including that RBI, which will be accredited to him via the walk, up to 29 on the season. Bases they'll remain loaded for Drew Jones as that pitch is lollipopped high. That Lakewood dugout is loving what they are seeing right now. And I'm sure Drew Jones is not too upset with it either. Tillman's 1-0. Droons, a good drive. And it is going to be caught at the fence. A nice play there from Riley to close out the inning. 1 run, though, does score for Lakewood. 4 walks on the inning. And the last one to Cooper Russell makes it 1-0 Rangers on top as we head to the third. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Lakewood strikes first in the bottom of the second inning on an RBI walk from Cooper Russell. 4 walks surrendered on the inning by Tillman. But the offense getting back to work here. 1, 2, and 3. Spellacy, Reese, and Benson. This Padua team, they need to find their spark, albeit they do have more hits than Lakewood as things stand. 3 hits so far today for them. Only the 1 for Lakewood, courtesy of Drew Jones. His first time up. His second did not go to plan. But on the mound, everything is going to plan for him. It's an 0-2 count on Spellacy. And those base knocks, all singles. Benson, Martin, and Riley. 1 in the first, 2 in the second. Jones is 0-2. Spellacy thought about it, but a great hold on the outside edge. That's one of those, if he was going back to his 2024 self, he would swing at. But right now, a more decorated veteran on this Padua roster, he is going to take that one. Count the 1 and 2 on Spellacy. was in this spot the last time he stepped in the batter's box. A sharp grounder over towards third. A ranging throw for Verteber. It's high, and it took him off the bag. A rare mistake for this Lakewood defense, and the leadoff man is aboard on the error. That was always going to be a tough ranging throw to make, but in the end, you give this Padua team an inch, just like this Lakewood team, they will take a foot. And now here comes Michael Reese, who grounded out to Jones his first time up. For Padua, this inning is about scoring a natural run. The walk, it's natural, so to speak, but you want to actually create the run with your hitting. Bunt shown and quickly pulled back as they will call it ball one. This is not a conference game. These teams were never in the same conference, but it feels like a rivalry game, so to speak, just because of the target Lakewood has, because they are 22-0. It's interesting to see how that has played out. It's very similar, youth system all the way up, to what we see out of the Highland Hawks in Berlin. Of course, that is a winning model, and we have seen it so many times. The 1-0 misses wide. If this works out and they end up going on to win states, like I think they have a great chance to do, that'll do numbers for this program going forward, as essentially they're just the bigger division version of Highland. And of course, you see how good that team is game in, game out. That's a good comparison. The 2-0, he will pop it foul via the bunt. Now, the only difference between these teams is once you hit high school, everybody kind of scatters away to their own travel ball teams. Highland, though, they have their own travel ball team. They play together all summer. It really isn't regulated out in Holmes County as much as it is here in Cuyahoga. They go and play together year-round, and it's really making a difference for that program. Runner goes, and Spellacy is there. The head first dive from the leadoff catcher. Again, that statement does not seem really in place. Seems like something that you really don't often hear. But for Spellacy, he has taken that role and now has his 11th stolen base of the campaign. And the count sits at 3-1 on Michael Reese. It is Benson in the on-deck circle. We do know what kind of power he does possess. And in the meantime, Schroeder will go and have a word with his pitcher. But for Lakewood, if they walk out of here with a win today and they walk out of Dublin with a win tomorrow, they will be more than poised for a playoff run. You have to think, this is going to be the most difficult 24-hour stretch of their schedule. If they can handle it well, that'll go so much better than you would think going to the playoffs. It'll translate. It will. And it has in the past. The 3-1, Reese over towards first. This time it is cleanly picked up. Hart gets the job done for out number one. But now Spellacy 90 feet away from tying this game up as Braylon Benson steps in. But going back to my point with that, if you can in the span of 26-ish hours beat the number 3 team in the division below you and the number 2 division in your division when you are number 1, you're in a great spot heading into the really difficult part of your schedule being the tournament. You do have Rhodes up first, which is an easier matchup, and then from there, you're on a collision course for a Final Four matchup against the semifinalist and then eventual runners-up from Northeast Ohio, Amherst Steel. What a matchup that would be. The 0-1 Benson, hello, hard hit foul ball. Plenty of power off the netting. But if those two meet up, look out. That is going to be a fun one. And then from there, they could play Troy in the championship game at Canal Park. Jones is 0-2. Benson again fouls it away. A lot of good survival swings from both parties. We saw it a lot with Wilhelmi last inning. In the end, it did not work out for him. But Benson, if he just flies this ball into the outfield deep enough, we would be tied up at 1. Once again, the 0-2. And again, a survival swing. Less power this time, but it gets the job done, and Benson will see it again. There's a reason why he has quickly become a big star during both baseball and basketball. A .512 on-base percentage, along with one of the best shots on the Padua basketball roster under Brian Ansberry. Again, the 0-2, and this time it is taken for ball 1. Of course, we will have more Padua basketball coverage this winter. And on top of that, in a new gymnasium, I'm really excited to see how that complex turns out. Now the 1-2. It's in the dirt. But all the credit in the world to Kevin Lee, the athletic director over at Padua, along with Dave Steck, the president. They raised the funds, they got the job done, and that building is going to be one heck of a venue to watch a game in come the fall. If not done by then the winter. But Padua, they always know how to put on a good show. Here's the 2-2. Benson, sharp grounder over towards third. Verteber, he will throw to one. It is in time, and Spellacy is forced to retreat. That is textbook defense from Lakewood. You look the runner back, you make the play, and the runner stays put. Now 2 away for Cangelosi as he steps in. Opposed to a sack fly, he needs a base knock or something along those lines to tie up the game. But what a big spot right there for this defense. One of the best in the area, and for good reason. And now time is called here as Jones will have a word with one of his coaches. Looking ahead to the bottom of the inning, Verteber, Hart, Schroeder, 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Rangers. You look at their track record this season, some tough games against Ignatius, a 4-1 win. You had that 2-0 Bay game. But other than that, I'm looking at this. 4-run win against Buckeye, 4-run win against Chagrin Falls, 4-run win against Horseheads. The other closest, 1-0 against Lincoln County. But beyond that, you're looking at 16-3, 19-0, 26-8, blowouts. This team knows how to win both ways, but this one, as of right now, looks to be the closer game on paper. Kind of what we expected heading in. And as things stand, this Lakewood team is guaranteed to have less losses than last year. Ended the campaign 21-6, already 22-0. So no matter where they go out in the playoffs, they will be better than they were a season ago. Count now sits at 1-1 on Cangelosi. If the inning does go beyond him, it goes to the sophomore second baseman Chase Martin in the on-deck circle. Count sits at 1-1. Jones attacks, and Cangelosi will bite. The Bruins down to their final strike this inning. Top of the third, 1-2 count, 2 away. Time locally 5:33 p.m., so just under an hour in. Jones to get out of the inning. Can't get it done there. He will miss off the plates. If anything does get away from Schroeder, I wouldn't be shocked to see Padua try to take advantage and send Spellacy home. Of course, that is how they did win some playoff games en route to the Final Four a few seasons ago. The 2-2 is lobbed in and tipped away. Schroeder could not hang on. That was never going to be an easy play. Just based on where Cangelosi was swinging, he would need to make a quicker reaction than most MLB catchers could make to make that play happen. But for Padua's sake, it benefits them greatly. Now the 2-2, swing and a miss. Jones gets the job done, and the side is retired. The leadoff man reaches via an error. Ground out, punch out for Drew Jones. To the bottom of the third we go. Lakewood up 1-0 on Padua Franciscan. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Riley Verteber leads off in the bottom of the third inning for Lakewood. 1-0 your score, courtesy of an RBI walk from Cooper Russell last inning. Once again, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening, live from a beautiful Lakewood High School. One of the best turf fields in all of Northeast Ohio. And home to one of the best teams in Northeast Ohio, if not the best team, period, in Northeast Ohio. At least this close to the lake, they are the best of the best. The 0-1, high. Of course, Ignatius and Eds do deserve credit, but at the same time, Lakewood has beaten both this season. They've beaten everybody they've played. The 1-1 low. And talking to Coach Graves before the game today, I asked him about tomorrow and, of course, being focused on that, but he basically told me this is the game we're focusing on. It's all one game at a time, and in this case, one swing at a time. It is a deep shot homer for Riley Verteber. All the way over the dead center field wall. It is now 2-0 Rangers. Well, that'll get the job done. What a swing from Riley Verteber. That ball definitely reached the road below. That was absolutely clobbered by Riley Verteber to the deepest part of the ballpark, in a ballpark that necessarily isn't forgiving in the home run department. The Rangers now 30 home runs on the season, and for Riley Verteber, he is up to 7. Second on the team in that category, which is still crazy to even think about. Sharp grounder off of Tillman on the mound, but he will make the play to Benson at first. Nick Hart gave him maybe a little bruise going forward with that swing. One down now in the bottom of the third, but my goodness, Riley Verteber. That was one heck of a swing. Now Tillman, he will have a second to get looked at. This is what this Lakewood team does. They hit the ball so well, and another thing that we were told in talking to the coaching staff and people around the program, outside of their mentality of taking it one game at a time, it is the strength and conditioning program. That is what has made this team and just this program so dangerous. They brought in a dedicated strength and conditioning coach. They got a whole new weight room and a whole new indoor facility with turf, and it has made this really the home of baseball in Northeast Ohio, so to speak. This is the place to be to watch a baseball game. This is a team who wasn't hitting home runs last year as much as they are this year. When a coach says hit the weight room, there's a reason why they say to, and I think this Lakewood team has really proven that. 30 home runs in now 23 games. Over a home run a game. They're hitting with college efficiency. High hopper, Cangelosi, throw to one. Great stretch from Benson. 2 down. Some excellent defense now being shown by the Bruins. They are far from out of this game. We all know that. But sometimes when you have these powerful hitters, one bad pitch and the game is done. Especially if Padua doesn't score, but this defense will keep this game closer than Lakewood would really appreciate. That was never going to be an easy play for Cangelosi. But the stretch from Benson made it possible. And oh, by the way, freshman thrower, sophomore over at first receiving it. That's an underclassman play, looking like 2 poised seniors going to the next level. It's impressive. Tillman's 0-1, misses low. It's Luke Legato stepping in here, the junior, 313 average on the year, a 370 on-base percentage. Just like the rest of his teammates, he has been sensational this season. Looking ahead for Padua in the top of the frame, it's Martin Loftus and Riley, 5, 6, and 7 due up. One run coming in on a walk, the other on a deep shot to center field. The 2-1, Legato just a bit in front. Got out 2-2 as he tips it away. You see one home run, it becomes contagious. That's what this Lakewood team has thrived on all year. It's a big reason why they are going to be one of the safer bets when talking about who is going to win a state tournament this year. And again, I've said it since day one of the season. I have them in my Final Four for good reason. The 2-2 Legato, a good take, and we are full. The vision was there. This team was always going to struggle to replace Logan Ellis and Leo Sonesson, but they figured it out and then some. The payoff pitch, Legato underneath it will sky it over towards the left side, and it is going to be caught by Cangelosi, and the inning is over. Back-to-back put-outs for the freshman, gets Padua out of the frame, but take flight, Riley Verteber, a strong shot deep to center field, puts the Rangers up 2-0 through 3. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Welcome back to Lakewood High School, top of the fourth inning. 2-0 your score. One run coming in via the walk, the other coming in via the home run over the center field wall by Riley Verteber. A dead center field home run. Not too common here at Lakewood High School, but it happens enough with this team, just given how much power is on this roster. Again, it goes back to their conditioning in the offseason. They're one of the best conditioned teams in Northeast Ohio, and it's easy to see how. It'll be Chase Martin to lead it off here for the Bruins as he will take that pitch inside for ball one. Once again, earned his 100th strikeout in the win over Holy Name on Monday night at Run Model Fields. Jones is 1-0. Martin will foul it away. Count now even. 5, 6, and 7 this inning. Martin, Loftus, Riley for the Padua Franciscan Bruins. And going forward, they just want to try and claw their way back into this game one run at a time. Still a mountain to climb in their mind, though. And that's why Drew Jones, he has been dialing it up all evening for the Rangers. One of their best pitchers, but on paper, not their best, which says something about how talented this squad is. The 1-2, Martin will foul it off, so we will see it again. Once again, Riley Verteber, 31 innings of work this year, no earned runs, only one total run allowed. It's telling about how good this team is. Jones will try it again, and this time it is to the backstop. One of the only balls that has reached the backstop today, if not the only one so far. It doesn't happen too often here as Schroeder along with Spellacy have caught excellent games. Their defense has been outstanding and I would expect will stay outstanding going forward. Here's the 2-2. Martin, sharp grounder over towards second. The throw to one will hop in just in time for out number one. Nice play there over at second base, courtesy of Wilhelmy. The freshman again steps up for this Lakewood team, getting an opportunity down the stretch to put himself in the running to start some big playoff games. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him do just that for this team going forward. I would kind of be surprised to see him not start in the playoffs. He has been that good so far, and albeit a small sample size. On Drew Jones' end, though. Locked down as there is strike one to Loftus. 3 hits from Padua so far. 1 in the first, 2 in the second. Only an error brought a runner on since. And that was the leadoff man last inning that could have tied it up at 1. Instead, an 0-2 count on Patrick Loftus. Jones going for the knockout punch, but he will have to wait as he misses low. There's a reason why BG wanted him from the get-go, and they got their guy. He'll be going there to major in health science. The 1-2 misses wide, and we are even. When looking at the senior night bios for this team, just to try and get some extra insight into who these teams are, I noticed a trend of a lot of tough majors, a lot of sciences, a lot of education. Lakewood has some really smart kids, needless to say. The 2-2 will miss high, and we are full. Again, after Loftus, it goes to Brendan Riley, the right fielder. Another look here at Jones, looking for strikeout number 5. And he won't get it. There's ball 4. That'll be the first walk surrendered today by the Lakewood Rangers. Of course, you take away the walks from this game, it's only 1-0. But of course, that helps out Padua more than it helps out Lakewood at this point. But for Riley, his goal here is simple. Get on, don't get out, keep the inning rolling, and give the rest of your lineup a chance to do what they do best, pick up the rest. Riley gets a good piece of it, but way too much underneath. And for the second time this inning, it is Wilhelmy making the play, this time for out number 2. So both outs belong to the freshman second baseman, as that'll bring up Rowalski in the 8 slot. The left fielder 0 for 1 with a strikeout swinging. As of right now, going into tomorrow, I would assume that Drew Jones is going to have the liberty to go the distance if he would like. At the same time, if you want any chance of using him, you have to be careful. Pitch is there for a strike. Throw down is beyond and into center field, but good backup from Wilhelmy. I also do believe at this point that he is not eligible to pitch tomorrow, so I think you ride him out as long as you can from there. Maybe go to a bullpen piece, maybe a Legato comes on, maybe somebody else. But as long as Drew Jones can pitch efficiently for your defense, you will give him the time of day to go out and show why he is one of the best pitchers in Northeast Ohio. Of course, coming in from St. Ed's, but on his senior night bio said that his favorite moment as a Ranger was beating St. Ed's last year under the lights. The 0-1, right down Broadway. Of course, in that game, he did earn Player of the Game honors, which was really a great way for him to get revenge on his old school. Doesn't happen too often that it works out like that. 2-strike count here on Rowalski, and Jones will miss. He has been very competitive all the way around today and has silenced a really strong Padua offense, a group that averages over 6 runs per game. To be exact, 6.09 runs per game. Jones is 1-2, runner goes. And it is flown foul, so we will see it again. A good survival swing there from Rowalski. And based on that aggressive move, I wouldn't be surprised to see the runner in motion again. For Loftus, your goal is simple. Come around to score. It doesn't matter how you do it. But you are not going to do it against this Lakewood team without taking some risks. Again, he goes. The 1-2 is high. Throw down to third is not in time. He misses wide. It was a risk after all. We did say that. But Padua's first run now 90 feet away. If that throw was more backside / runner side opposed to line side, then this inning will be done. Instead, 2-2 on Rowalski. And Jones will miss low. Full count now with Reed Cervenka in the on-deck circle. We've seen this one before. From there, runners at the corners. I wouldn't be surprised to see Padua try a first and third play to try and bait a throw to bring in their first run. But here's the payoff pitch. Rowalski, he will go. Throw down to first is in time, and the inning is over. Drew Jones gets the strikeout he needed just at the right time. His 5th total of the day, and that'll send Padua right back to the defensive end. We're going to watch it back here on the replay, as that was a really close call, if he went or not. We'll see here. That's a close one. I don't know if he went. That's a borderline call, but a big one in favor of the Rangers. To the bottom of the 4th we go. It's the Rangers up 2-0 on Padua. Experiencing pain of any kind?
call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
It's Robbie Koopman stepping in at the bottom of the fourth to get it going for the Ranger offense, already up 2-0 on the Padua Franciscan Bruins. And Koopman will get the inning going with a leadoff single into center field just past the second baseman, Martin. An excellent drive to get us going. And now here comes Tyler Laidley, the left fielder. This is where the bottom of the order can step up and make an impact in this game. You're up 2. You're not satisfied against a team like Padua, who we know can come out here and easily play a couple if they needed to. And going forward, they need to. Throw back to 1, a little late. Time locally, 5:52 p.m., a little chillier now as the day goes on, as expected, as we are expecting some late afternoon thunderstorms tomorrow, but should be out of the way as we hope to have a game at 12 tomorrow. Lately, he will offer with the bunt. Once again, join us from Brunswick High School, 12 p.m., high noon first pitch. It'll be the Brunswick Blue Devils and the CVCA Royals. Should be a good matchup on senior day for the Blue Devils. The 0-1 sails high. Looking down at the bullpen, there appears to be some action for the Bruins. A lot of guys it could be. We'll see who they opt to go with when the change is made. The 1-1 bunt is popped up and out of play. I will say there is a fence in front of us, yes, but I'm very grateful for the extension with the net. If it wasn't for that net, that ball would be dropping right in front of us. They thought of it, I think, in the design and renovation of the field. Now sits at 1-2. Played the 0-for-0 today so far with a walk. Tillman just misses on the outside, and we are even 2-2. None down, 1 on at the bottom of the fourth for the Ranger offense. Trying to win their 23rd straight game of the season to improve to 23-0. On Padua's end, trying to get win number 20. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tillman delivers. Sharp grounder over towards first. Benson gets the lead runner. On the return, there is no play as there is no cover at first. That's what you have to do in that spot if you're Berlin Benson. You get the lead runner. It's a fielder's choice at that point for out number 1. The situation stays the same, but you have 1 last out you need to get. Now here comes Otto Wilhelmi, the second baseman. After Wilhelmi, we go back to the top of the order with Cooper Russell, Drew Jones, and Riley Verteber. It is important Padua gets out of this inning quick. They don't want the big dogs of Lakewood to come back up and swing the bat the way they do. Or even Wilhelmi, a good drive, but directly to Riley out and right. There's out number 2, but we go back to the top with Cooper Russell now. So far today, an RBI walk and a ground out for Cooper Russell. Russell, when he's done here, will make his way over to Brown University. The big thing with him, outside of just swinging the bat quite well, is the fact that he comes around to score quite often. During his time at Lakewood, he is a member of an exclusive club, so to speak, the 100 Run Club. Not RBI, but he has physically crossed the plate 100 times. Not many guys can say that, especially with all the pinch running that we see and all the adjustments made in the game. It's not as simple as getting a hit or an RBI. It's coming all the way around to score. And it just shows how good of a runner that he is. But that ball is going to go wide of Benson at first. And it's a free base. So Laidley now in scoring position for the Rangers. That makes Russell's job here a little more clear-cut. Base hit potentially scores a run. Sharp ground ball into the outfield. We know how well the ball travels on this carpet. That outfield, even when the infield was partially dirt, it still carried quite well, and I think it will continue to do just that. The 1-0 fouled away. The setup, though, at Lakewood High School is quite impressive. You have the baseball diamond here. Off to our right, you have First Federal Lakewood Stadium. A great facility. It'd be a great one to broadcast from if there was more than just one window opening spot. A little bit more would be great. Just unfortunately, not there. The 1-1 will miss low. I know when we were there for Holy Name, we did one game at Lakewood, and we had to run a pretty decent-sized HDMI cable from where we were to the camera bay, so to speak. Not the wireless, that wouldn't be as much of an issue. But still, it was a fun experiment to see how that one worked. The 2-1, Russell fouls it away. Count now even. Even if you get out of the inning here, you're staring down Jones, Verteber, and Hart 2, 3, and 4 next inning. Once again, not to sound like a broken record, but it does not get any easier from here. It never will against a lineup this strong and nearly averaging a run rule win based on the run per game averages every single game. The 2-2 hangs high, and we are full. Just based on the action we saw in the bullpen and the 2, 3, and 4 spots coming up, I wouldn't be surprised if this would do it for Tillman here. If not, I would be surprised to see him come back out again in the 5th. Here's the payoff pitch. Russell gets well underneath it, skying it over towards short. Reese is there, and the side is retired. A nice catch by the shortstop, retiring his counterpart on the opposite side. To the 5th inning we go. Score remains 2-0 Lakewood.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
To the top of the 5th inning we go. 2-0 your score. A really good defensive battle today. 2-0. One run coming in for the Rangers via the walk, the other via the home run to dead center. 9-1 this inning. Cervenka leads it off as he will tip it foul. After Reed, he'll toss on over to the top of the order with Spellacy and Reese. But you talk about a beautiful night for baseball, as we've said. This is it at Lakewood High School. And I do want to mention, as it has become kind of a gag, so to speak, at Lakewood High School, the Lakewood hot dog. Something just created out of nothing. I will say it is life-changing indeed, as the sticker suggests. We now have that one proudly above our monitor in the rifle case. But that hot dog is actually good. I don't know if that's just a figment of my imagination telling me the hot dog's good because of the story or whatnot. But if you're going to Lakewood for a game, go get the hot dogs. They're amazing. Cervenka will take low. Count now 1-2. But Lakewood, they always put on a really good show. And actually, it's 2-1. There we go. So a better spot for Cervenka than he initially thought. Now it's 2-2. The strike was only going to stay off the board for so long against Drew Jones. 5 strikeouts for him so far today. No runs allowed. That's where he likes to live. Here's his 2-2, and Cervenka will wave and miss. It is a drop third strike. The throwdown is in time. Drew Jones up to 6 strikeouts now today, and we will go back to the top of the order with Bryden Spellacy.
The catcher, number 7, Bryden Spellacy.
But as he finishes his second time through the order, both times exactly 3 strikeouts. So some good consistency today for Drew Jones. He brings the same thing every single time around. For Spellacy, he reached on an error his last time up. Before that, a fly out to center field. Another good piece of contact, charged by Verteber. His throw to 1, better this time around for out number 2. For Lakewood, to see that kind of adjustment from your third baseman, it's huge. It's never easy to make an adjustment on the fly. It was pretty much the same exact swing as last time. This time around, takes maybe a better angle, a better throw all the way around. These are the adjustments that make a team run. Yes, they do have an error on the board, but no runs scored because of it, and the defense, a big reason why. Of course, defense can simply be chalked up to a pitcher locking it down and striking out the side multiple times, or in Lakewood's case, everybody on the diamond playing their part and getting plenty of really good putouts, including a couple that maybe they shouldn't have. You go to that game tomorrow, a long travel to go play Troy at Dublin Jerome High School. They'll be ready to go. This team has shown today that they are ready for the big occasions and will continue to be as this season goes on. The 2-0, strong rip, 1 hop over to Russell, and the side is retired. A 1-2-3 defensive stand for the Rangers. Playing on turf, it has helped this defense find their rhythm so many times. Russell plays it perfectly, and that'll bring up his compatriots Jones, Verteber, and Hart in the bottom of the 5th, with the Rangers still up 2-0 on Padua Franciscan.
Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring.
Jones, Verteber, Hart. Let's translate this. 8 home runs, 7 home runs, 6 home runs. Ouch. Not the spot you want to be for Padua defensively in the bottom of the 5th inning. This is pretty much all of your home runs in one concentrated spot. And the first pitch will miss high. Tillman does remain on the mound for Padua, but I am sure it is a short lease, especially given the fact that their closer did go to warm up a little bit ago. That being Ben Thomas. Of course, the question is, how long do you keep the pitchers? And I think Drew Jones, as we kind of talked about, is in line for a complete game. Tillman, you maybe pull after this inning. The 1-1, Jones, he is on it, but well foul. I wonder how far Lakewood this season has hit the ball into the football field. Have we had one land near the top of the bleachers on the visitor side? I want to say we have. If so, that'd be impressive, but I wouldn't be surprised. The 1-2, Jones, a good drive deep to right field, and it is going to arc foul. Pretty much perfectly in the corner. There's the power again on display. And it's interesting that all of these swings from Drew Jones are going down the right field line. In this ballpark, anything left of the quote-unquote batter's eye they can see at the top of your screen would be a better prescribed opportunity to go long. Or at least get the ball down. That ball goes in the corner. Still a tough one to get, but really surprised to see all of these swings going down the right side. He can adjust, and I think you will here if he can straighten one out. Once again, look out. This team can hit the whole ball really, really well. Instead, he takes a really good take there from Drew Jones. As well against Bay, he hit for the cycle. Jones gets a hold of it deep to center field. And it is going to be caught at the wall. Cervenka is there for out number 1. Well, he straightened that one out pretty clearly. Unfortunately, he went to the deepest spot in the park. A little more left or a little more right potentially, and that ball is gone and not coming back. Speaking of that ball being gone and not coming back, Mr. Verteber steps in again. A home run his last time up, 1 for 2 today. Pretty much polar opposites, strikeout and home run. And there's strike 1. This is a really big spot right now for this team. If Padua can find a way out of this inning, no damage done, going forward, they're going to be in an amazing spot to give their offense one final chance. Either way, to compete this well against this Lakewood squad on the road, it has been impressive. Of course, Lakewood, they want to go out here and maybe play a few more. Here's the 0-2. Verteber puts it in shallow left center and down. Riley Verteber now 2 for 3 on the afternoon with a 1-out single. Excellent hitting. Takes it the other way into opposite field. And that'll set up the Marietta commit, Nick Hartz. Hart going to Marietta, as we mentioned, a lot of smart kids on this roster majoring in education. A lot of future educators along with a lot of future scientists on this Lakewood squad. And right now he just wants to put this ball over the fence. And he waves and misses. Now for Tillman, this is where if he can lock in the off speed and really get them to chase and swing through their shoes, that he has a chance to get out of this inning and potentially buy himself some time entering the 6th. The 0-1, Hart, sharp grounder but foul. And it is quickly an 0-2 count. For the Bruins in the top of the inning, it'll be 3-4-5. But that offense, stuck on 3 hits, has not had a hit since the 2nd inning. Once again, that does need to change very soon if they want to get back in this game. The 0-2, Hart, a deep drive to left field. But again, well short. It's Rivulski this time making the grab for out number 2. So all 3 of the powerful hitters get really, really close to going long.
Number 6, Finn Schroeder.
But now here comes Finn Schroeder. But those barrels, not easy to contain. All the credit to Tillman for getting out of here with 2 outs against those 3. But a chance to get out of the inning here and keep it 2-0. That's the focus right now. Schroeder will foul the first pitch he sees back. For those who haven't seen Lakewood, or for those who have only heard me in prior broadcasts talk about this team being a state title contender and really didn't believe me, I feel vindicated with it now, just seeing how they've played today. Now, I didn't expect them to be this good going forward. Schroeder, a good shot into right field. But Riley is there to make the grab to end the inning. Against the heart of the order, Padua stands tall in the 5th. To the 6th inning we go. Score remains 2-0 Lakewood.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Time now for the call to the bullpen. Drew Jones will not see this game out for Lakewood. It'll be Nick Hart coming on to throw from first base. Jones will take his place over there. But a big spot for the Marietta commits. Entering play today on the mound, 20 innings of work, 13 runs allowed, 10 of which were earned, 28 walks, 31 punch-outs, a 3.50 ERA, 4-0 record as he makes his first appearance. That is not a start for Lakewood. And again, tomorrow it is anticipated that we'll see Riley Verteber on the mound against Troy. Benson will see strike one. A low strike it looked like that time. It looked like one that we've seen pretty much all day as a ball. And I don't think Padua is too pleased with that decision from the umpire. Hearts 0-1, Benson will take, and this time it's a better outcome. Lakewood 6 outs away from getting out of here with the win. But this is going to go down as one of their closer games this season. They played a couple of 1- and 2-run win games, but not that often. Benson on the 1-1 will chop it foul. Once again, you go back to their Myrtle Beach trip, a 1-0 win over Lincoln County, 2-0 over Bay. And that is about it in the 1- to 2-run game department. In fact, that is actually it in the department. They don't really have that happen all too often. Hearts 1-2, Benson, weak off the bat, but down in right field, it's a leadoff single for the first baseman. Wasn't necessarily the prettiest of swings, but he is now 2 for 3 on the day, and that'll bring on Michael Cangelosi. For Padua, leadoff man on again, their first base hit since earlier on in the game in the second. Overall, their 4th hit of the evening. This is where they have to capitalize. At least get one back here and give yourself a chance going into the 7th inning to try and take either one, if not both, away to try to steal one away, which would be tough and easier said than done against this Lakewood team. Cangelosi will take ball one. Entering play today, Michael Cangelosi, the freshman, batting .400, 9 doubles, 2 triples, and 22 RBIs. He has been a standout player this season for the Bruins. And he will take time. Both teams have very bright futures going forward, and I would not be surprised to see this be a series that is annually renewed, if not turn into a 2-game slate, especially once the regular season and with it, the conference play is done. A 1-0 misses high. I wouldn't mind that for a couple of these local teams to get some late game and rather late season series against some really good teams. Like an Amherst who on social media today tried finding a game, but nobody would play them. The 2-0 connects that time for strike one. I think a lot of it is a lot of teams play today, but Amherst tried for the last 2 days to find a game, whether it be for yesterday or today, and had no luck. We need these powerful matchups after conference play is done to really prepare these teams for the tournament. And beyond that, for these teams, to get the full fan base out, this is how you get it done. You play these tough games that both sides will fill up the stands, and you'll have a packed house. Especially with the Friday night under the light design at Lakewood, you have the facility to get it done, and you have the way to really bring two communities together. And again, you do have JV coming up right after this one, which not too often that you see a team play varsity then JV in baseball, but in my time with Holy Name, we played Lakewood after a varsity game as the JV team. It's happened before, and it'll happen again. The 3-1, Cangelosi will take ball 4, and the tying run is now at first for the Bruins. Now here comes Chase Martin.
Second baseman number 1.
But that was really an interesting one. It was Holy Thursday 2022. Varsity played before us, and then we came on at 7 under the lights and ended up pulling off one of the biggest wins of our season. Old baseball player for North Royalton, Joe Kinney, got the nod that day on the mound. Martin pops it foul, and I know that day, that was back when they were playing me at first base, but I ended the season out in right field. I think I had 1 or 2 big plays down the stretch in that game, including a throw from Joe Kinney himself, but that was going back to the old days of this field, some dirt. Not so nice playing surface, but all the way around, it's great to see this ballpark being used the way it is now, whether it be with the new turf or just the FNUL mantra. Bunch shown again, Hearts 0-1, taken for strike 2. And this is where Martin has to protect. Forget about protecting. Benson gets back picked at second. Out of nowhere, an excellent throwdown retires the lead runner. Wow, what a throw. I was prepared just to say, all right, Chase, go out here and protect, but forget about that. He has to do a lot more than just simply go out there and do his thing. That's a great throw, though, from Finn Schroeder. The 0-2, Martin fouls it away. But looking at it again, he clearly got him at second base. My question is, why didn't he break for third at that point? At least try to go and create something. He was in no man's land already. That really does change how this inning will go. Hart now trying to get it at first, but not so lucky. Finn Schroeder with one of the biggest throws of the day, if not the biggest one. Look at Padua, that team was right there. And now they're far away. And again for Padua, you have to find a way to get momentum back. You had your first 2 runners on, the tying run at first with none down. And immediately one gets erased. And a chance to make it 2 here for Nick Hartz. Instead it misses in the dirt. After Martin, it turns over to Pat Loftus, the DH. Of course, the kicker is, you know how strong the top of your order is. You want to get back to them. You're a long way away from that, as Benson was really part of the end of the top. You're going to have to bat around to give them a chance to come back into this game and do their thing. Hearts 2-2, right down Broadway, 2 down. What a defensive stand here for the Rangers. Once again, the defense isn't simply the pitcher doing everything by himself. A throw like that from the catcher makes a world of difference. Now here comes Loftus. This scenario completely different from what we were expecting even 2 to 3 minutes ago. The Rangers in the driver's seat to get out of the inning. That's why this game has really sped up. Now 6:21 local time. Game started at around 4:45, so within 20 minutes-ish of the 2-hour mark. Hart, hop throw to one, not in time. If Loftus is the end of the inning, it's the bottom three due up for the Bruins, which in turn, if they can get some on, then you'd bring up the top of the order. But against this team, easier said than done. Hart's 1-0, runner goes, swing and a miss. To double him up this inning, not quite, it's into center field. And now Cangelosi stands in scoring position. If you can bring him in here, hold defensively, you just need one run to change this game. Break it down, but at the same time, you're down to your final 4 outs of the day against arguably the best team that you will play this season. And I wouldn't be surprised if that still stays true going forward, as this team can easily make the Final Four in state championship, but at the same time, is anybody in Division III better than Lakewood? And again, you go back to the question, but expand it. Is anybody in Ohio better? Troy thinks they are tomorrow, but will they be? Hart's 1-1, hits the inside for strike two. A lot of the inside pitches have jammed them up today. That arguably has been the biggest reason why they've been so efficient with the taken strikes. A lot of swings and misses, yes, but Lakewood getting a lot done with just taking. And now time called Loftus wants a second to himself. So far today, the DH has struck out looking and has walked. For Lakewood in the bottom of the inning, it's Legato, Koopman, and Laidley. 6, 7, and 8 due up. Hart's 1-2, swing and a miss. The inning is over. Nick Hart dials it in with some help from his catcher to get out of the inning. It's Schroeder and Hart's delight. The battery getting it done and taking care of business for the Rangers. To the bottom of the 6th inning we go. Lakewood looking to bolster their offensive cause when we return, as you are watching OHSAA Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Before we get back to the action, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in the Cleveland or Stark County area, contact us at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. Thank you to all of our advertisers for helping to make today's telecast possible. To the bottom of the 6th inning we go with Luke Legato leading off for the Rangers. 2-0 your score. The last run coming all the way back in the bottom of the 3rd inning. It has been a defensive affair today, but Cooper Russell's RBI walk back in the 2nd, and Riley Verteber's solo shot in the 3rd, doing enough damage for Lakewood right now, as their defense has been locked down. Finn Schroeder, arguably the biggest defensive play of the day for the Rangers, backpicking Benson over at second base from behind the plates. You get rid of that singular out. This could easily be 2-1 or even 2-2. Padua understands that, but if they get some runners on, the top of the order will have one more chance to come back in this game. The 1-1 skips in. Lakewood at the same time does like to make some pitching changes. Could you bring on somebody else outside of Hart to get the job done in the 7th inning? Is that even a question? Just depends on how they want to play this game. The 2-1 will connect. Of course, part of that also hinges on the fact that it stays 2-0. If this is 5 or 6-0, then your approach as to what you do defensively changes completely. You can make a pitching change and save Nick Hart's arm. If not, you might have to see if he can finish it out. Tillman's 2-2. Legato, strong grounder over towards third. Cangelosi's throw is on the money. What a stretch from Benson. It's redemption for the first baseman. We'll watch that one back on the replay as that was a really tough play. But Cangelosi, he had all the range in the world and made something happen out of nothing for this Bruin defense. The defensive stops on both ends have been impressive all the way around. Yeah, he just got him. All because of Benson's stretch. Impressive from him. And there is ball one skipping into Robbie Koopman, the DH. So far, a walk and a single for him today, so he has reached safely both times. That aids his .559 on-base percentage. Koopman now a good drive into left field, but tracked down and caught by Rafalski. 2 up, 2 down to begin the bottom of the 6th for the Padua defense. The beginning of this game, again, was really, really methodical on both ends. But since the end of the 3rd inning, the last 3 frames have just flown by. A big reason why is the defense on both ends. To read Padua's offense, 4 up, 3 up, 4 up for Lakewood since the 3rd. 4 up, and so far 2 up, 2 down. And in that stretch, we've seen a single from Koopman, single from Verteber, and on Padua's side, a walk from Loftus, a single from Benson, and a walk from Cangelosi. That's it. Laidley again into left field. This time it is out of play. After Laidley, it turns to Otto Wilhelmi. The positive, of course, right now for Lakewood is if the game is tied at 2 entering the bottom of the 7th, you have 9, 1, and 2 due up, which, of course, will partially change your approach. Tillman looking to find his way out of the inning here. The 0-2, he will connect on the outer edge. It's strike 3 looking, and the inning is over. A 1-2-3 frame from the junior, and as things stand, he will end the night with 4 strikeouts for the Bruins. Last chance for the offense. 7, 8, and 9 due up for Padua in the top of the 7th. Lakewood looking for their shutout when we return.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Last chance for Padua in the top of the 7th inning. 2-0 Lakewood your score as you are watching OHSAA Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. As things stand, 4 hits for each team today. The big difference, the only extra base hit, a home run for the Rangers. Nick Hart stays on the mound and delivers strike 1 to Brendan Riley. As the outfield, right field, left field, and center field, Riley, Rafalski, Cervenka due up in the top of the 7th inning. Hart's 0-1, sharp grounder, but foul down the left field line. Count quickly 0-2. Make sure you do stick with us, though, after our final commercial break tonight, as we will announce our player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. Across the board, some good candidates, but if Padua does come back in this game, then, of course, depending on who gets the job done there, they could be your player of the game. The 0-2 will miss. I give a lot of credit, though, tonight for the pitching that we have seen from Lakewood. Jones, 6 strikeouts, 2 so far for Nick Hartz. Both kids will be dearly missed next season. Hartz 1-2, this time high. As well as things stand right now, an hour and 45-minute game. One of the quickest games that we have seen all season. As of right now, we will not exceed 2 hours, which is really surprising based on how we started the evening. Here comes Hartz 2-2. A good drive over towards first, but easily caught. It's Drew Jones flashing the leather for out number 1. And that'll bring us over to Jacob Ravolsky, the left fielder. 2 strikeouts for him so far, but it appears that we are going to see a change. That is going to be Zach Filippelli stepping in. The sophomore gets the pinch hit nod. I'm not surprised to see that change here, but I think going forward, that'll be the final change we see for Padua, or rather, just the only change, as you have Cervenka, Spelsy, and Reese in the near future, if we get there. Filippelli will take strike 1 on the outer edge. Once again for Padua going forward, they are at St. Ed's on Tuesday, and then they host JFK on Thursday for round 1 of the OHSAA tournament. As for Lakewood, they are at Troy tomorrow via Dublin Jerome. And then from there, they will take on Rhodes on May 26th to begin their conquest towards at least making it back to regionals, as that is what they bowed out last year, the regional final to Walsh, if not further, to try and win a state title, which this team definitely has the ability to do that. Hartz 1-1 is in the dirt and behind Schroeder. You go back to his massive play earlier on today. Without that back pick of Benson over at second base, we could be talking about a slightly different game. And I wouldn't be surprised for that to be the case. Just based on that setup, you had 2 on, none down, but here, base is clear, 1 down. And Padua down to their final 2 outs, a bigger mountain to climb than earlier. Here's Nick Hartz, 2-1. Fouled back and nearly snagged by Schroeder. Either way, best of luck going forward to Lakewood and to Padua. As of right now, this is the last time that we will see both teams. But if Alliance does make a district championship game at Twinsburg in a few weeks' time and they happen to play Padua, we will be there for that one. As for Lakewood, if they pick up a game against a team that is in our coverage area, we could easily be back here for another game, and I wouldn't really mind that at all. Always great hosts here at Lakewood, so once again, we're very appreciative of Coach Graves for allowing us to come out here today to cover this game. Nick Hartz, 2-2, swing and a miss. Third strikeout today for Nick Hartz, and the Bruins are down to their final outs. It'll be Reed Cervenka stepping in to try and keep this game going for Padua. One final reminder, stick with us after our final commercial break as we will announce our player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. A great start, though, to our 2-game slate this weekend. Again, tomorrow, we will have Brunswick versus CVCA baseball live from Brunswick High School at 12. There's strike 1. The Rangers, 2 strikes away from 23-0. On top of that, 14-0 at home this season. They have been incredible. The 0-1 will miss high. Once again, time locally, 6:35 p.m., so just under a 2-hour game as things stand. Hartz 1-1 high. If the game were to continue past Reed Cervenka, we would see Bryden Spelsy. So far today, for him, 2 outs and an error that he reached on. 4 hits again for both teams, so 8 combined today. The biggest one, though, being Verteber. Here's Hartz, 2-1. Cervenka fouls it off, and the Bruins are down to their final strike. What do you bring here if you are Nick Hart? How aggressive do you want to be? The Bruins trying to keep the game going. Lakewood trying to close it out here to begin their preparations for tomorrow at Dublin. The 2-2, Cervenka, fly ball into right field. It is going to go to Sefcik, and that's the game. Lakewood, now 23-0 on the season, gets the win 2-0 over Padua. A close one tonight on both ends. But in the end, Russell's RBI walk and Verteber's solo shot, the difference at Lakewood High School. This Ranger team, they are legit. 23-0, 14-0 at home. This is their home. They have defended it all season. And there's a reason why this team can easily go far in the OHSAA tournament. In my opinion, we're talking about a favorite to bring home a state title in just a few short weeks. When we return, we will announce our player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center as you are watching OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring.
Welcome back to Lakewood High School. 2-0 your final tonight. The Rangers get the win, improving to 23-0 on the season. Your player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. Pitching was paramount, along with the defense today. Drew Jones, he led that department for the Rangers. 6 strikeouts for him. He went 1 for 3. Some great plays as well over at first base. And for his efforts, he is your player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. Again, a combined 8 hits today, 4 for each team. Going down the list of hits for Padua, Benson had 2, 1 in the first and 1 in the 6th. Riley had 1 in the second, and Martin had 1 in the second. That is all the offense. Hitting-wise for Padua. Beyond that, Benson had a stolen base. Spelcy had 1 as he reached on an error. But beyond that, nothing else going outside of a rare walk given to Loftus. Going back a few innings in the game, coming in the 4th. As for Lakewood, Cooper Russell, the opening run and what ended up being the winning run. An RBI walk back in the 2nd inning. Jones, 1 single today and a stolen base. Verteber, 2 for 3, home run and single. His efforts, impressive. Walk today for Finn Schroeder, Robbie Koopman, Tyler Laidley, and then, of course, Russell at the top. Those 4 walks in a row were the only walk surrendered today by Brandon Tillman on the mound, as he had all of the innings pitched for the Bruins. That 4-walk stretch really got him early, and then, of course, beyond that, the Riley Verteber home run, nothing else he could have done. Tillman ended with 4 strikeouts today, and then, of course, on Lakewood's side, 3 strikeouts in the end for Nick Hart, as he came on for the 2-inning save. In the save department for Nick Hart, that is his first of the year, as that was his first non-start of 2026. Again, Lakewood, right back to work tomorrow. They will be taking on Troy at Dublin Jerome High School, I believe. 4 p.m. first pitch. That'll be a massive game for them. And after that, it's Rhodes coming in. Don't sleep on them out of the Senate League, a 10-4 record with this Lakewood team. They are on another level, and I've said it all season. I'll continue to say it. I wouldn't be surprised to see this team walk out of the OHSAA season with a state title in hand. As for Padua, they're back to work on Tuesday at St. Ed's via Fisher Field on the campus of Baldwin-Wallace University before taking on JFK on May 21st to begin their playoff push again. Padua fans, we could see you again if your paths do collide with the Alliance Aviators and what would be a district championship game in a few weeks. I believe that'll be May 28th over at Twinsburg. But that'll do it for us here tonight. 1-0 win for the Rangers, now 23-0 on the season. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and TikTok, SmeeSports LLC on Facebook and LinkedIn, and SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter. As well, go down below and subscribe. While there is no added cost, it greatly helps out all that we do here at SmeeSports as we cover the best of the Cleveland and Stark County areas. As well, we need more advertisers to make these broadcasts happen. Lakewood fans, if you want us out here more often, Padua fans, same thing. Reach out to us there. That is how you can become a broadcast advertiser and help us with our coverage of Northeast Ohio baseball, basketball, football, really, you name it. Going forward tomorrow, Brunswick versus CVCA baseball, 11:30 senior day, 12 p.m. first pitch at Brunswick High School. Then next week on Monday, it'll be Holy Name at CVCA baseball at 5. Leading into our playoff coverage on Thursday at one of two sites, it'll either be Holy Name versus Lincoln West or Alliance versus Padua. But that'll do it for us here tonight. Or rather, not Alliance versus Padua. Misspoke there. Alliance versus Cuyahoga Falls. Again, you go a couple more rounds. That Alliance-Padua matchup is easily possible. But that'll do it for us here tonight at Lakewood High School. One final time, thank you to Coach Graves for allowing us to come on out and cover tonight's game. A 2-0 win for the Rangers. They improved to 23-0 on the season. I am Nathan Smee saying so long from Lakewood, and we will see you again next time. This has been OHSAA Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning, everybody. Have a good night.